what's up YouTube? Yasmin86, welcome to another video. Today is Wednesday, and actually tonight is American Idol Wednesday and Thursday, so make sure you guys tune in to American Idol at 8 o'clock on Fox. Yes, and I will be watching. I'm not sure, depending on how I feel afterwards. I think it's like an hour or 2 hours, like from 8 to 11. I'm sorry, 8 to 11, 8 to 10 sorry, my bad. From like 8 to 10, I might do another video afterwards, like reviewing. If not, I'll probably just do one tomorrow later on after I get off work, whatever the case may be. But yes, the purpose of this lovely video is my last video I actually talked about the inauguration and, you know, my thoughts on it, my review of the whole thing, Beyonce singing the national anthem, and just what, you know, a historic time or day that was, because it was MLK Day as well. And then it was the second you know, it was the second inauguration for President Obama for another 4 years as president. So yeah, but this particular video, because the last like 2 or 3 days since then, on Twitter and media everywhere, actually I've seen it on a lot of shows, a lot of the talk shows, and a lot of like the morning shows, of course, talking about Beyonce and her rendition of the national anthem. And I just wanted to give my whole opinion on it. As you guys know, I am a huge Beyonce fan, yes. So, you know, it kind of bugged me a little bit of, you know, how everybody, you know, beforehand, you know, everybody was like, oh, she did a wonderful job and she killed it, blah, blah, blah. But then when the whole thing came out with, you know, I guess somebody in the Marine came out and said something about the Beyonce had decided at the last minute to use a pre-recorded version of the national anthem, I guess because she didn't have time to rehearse with the band and the Marine band and all this other stuff, and that kind of just blew everything out the, you know, proportion. Everybody was like, oh yeah, I knew she lip sync, I know she couldn't sound that good, and blah blah blah, how dare she lip sync. Kelly Clarkson sung live and James Taylor sung live, whatever. I just feel like, me personally, I feel like Beyonce did not, of course, lip sync. I personally feel like she sung with a pre-recorded track, because in certain videos, or the video I particularly saw, you can actually hear Beyonce singing voice over the track, whatever the case may be. So whatever. In any case, I just feel like as well, okay, even if she did, which I don't believe, like I said, who cares? At the end of the day, it's not like it was somebody else's voice. At the end of the day, Beyonce had to go into the studio and record the vocals, so it's still her voice. So I just felt like, you know, and doing a national anthem, I heard it's really, really hard to sing, especially if it was cold outside. And I'm not trying to make excuses for her, because at the end of the day, it's just like, whether or not she lip sync or not, it doesn't take away from her talent. We all know she can sing. So what is the difference? And, you know, of course, everybody brought up the whole Whitney Houston thing, because, you know, Whitney has one of the best versions of the national anthem that I believe, in my opinion. But that was lip sync as well, and everybody, you know, praise Whitney and say, oh, that was great, that was great. But that was pre-recorded as well. So I don't get why, you know, maybe because back in the day everything wasn't so much put out there as far as the internet and things like that, YouTube and Twitter, everything wasn't out back then. But Whitney Houston lip synced the national anthem as well, and that was one of the best renditions of the national anthem. But because if Beyonce does it, it's so-called a problem, and that so-called takes away from her talent, or, you know, it's just, I just feel like at the end of the day, the inauguration wasn't about Beyonce. The inauguration was about President Obama being in, you know, celebrating his second term in office as president. And, you know, I just felt like the whole did Beyonce lip sync kind of overshadowed what was going on in the inauguration, and, you know, what was that day and what that whole celebration was about. You know, like I said, everybody can have their own personal opinions on, you know, the whole lip syncing thing, whether or not you should lip sync. But, you know, and then I heard that like certain celebrities were making, you know, their, you know, little comments and putting in their 2 cents, and especially Miss Carrie Hilson, that I heard that she had tweeted something about like, I would never lip sync, and then I guess, you know, she deleted it after everybody started going in on her. I'm assuming a Beehive. But like, yeah, like who are you? Like, who, you won't even be asked to sing at the Super Bowl. And like, I just don't understand, you know, with certain artists. I just feel like they shouldn't comment on something they don't know or other artists in a negative way, because they all know, or at some point in their career, everybody has been ridiculed to a certain extent. So you know, for her to make that statement saying I will never lip sync, I mean, well, you need to lip sync, and you know, you will never ever be on Beyonce level. Well, you probably even asked to sing at an inauguration, let alone perform at a halftime Super Bowl show. So you just need to hush and be quiet. And you know, a lot of people were trying to take up for her, you know, back in the day when she had made that little comment about Beyonce need to sit down and have babies, and people was like, well, she has allowed to have an opinion. Y'all always going in after people who don't like Beyonce. But that's a prime example. She has no room to talk about anybody. She's not doing anything. Where is she at? What is she doing? I mean, she's trying to be in the blogs now for dating some NBA player that I've never even heard of. So yes, Carrie, shut up. Just hush your mouth and don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of people have said little things, and then, you know, Callie Clarkson came out and said, well, I sung live, and I'm just like, Callie, please don't do it. They will go in on you as well. Twitter do not play, especially when it comes to Beyonce. Like I said, my whole opinion about the whole thing is whether or not she lip synced or not, it still was her voice, and it doesn't take away from you guys knowing that Beyonce can actually sing live and perform her butt off. Unlike let's say a Rihanna. And you know, I love Rihanna music, and like I told y'all, I was never a big fan of Rihanna. I liked some of her songs or whatever, but I wasn't a big fan of her until like after the Oprah interview, and I kind of saw her more on a personal level. But at the end of the day, when she performs live, half the time she sounds a hot mess. And we're not gonna get into, you know, I love Alicia Keys as well, her music, but it seems like for the past like maybe 2 or 3 years, her voice has been shot. And a prime example, when she performed at the inauguration ball, and she did Girl on Fire and changed the words to Obama's on Fire, she sounded a mess. She looked beautiful, loved the dress, the red dress. She was really, you know, it was really nice. She looked pretty, but she sounded a hot mess. Jennifer Hudson, love Jennifer Hudson. Loved her in Dream Girl. She's a great singer, but she sounded a hot mess singing Let's Stay Together, which they should have had Al Green sing, because Al Green is alive well. And yeah, and just any other artist that has been so-called, you know, big and huge and have been lip syncing forever. Janet Jackson, Britney Spears, love Britney to death, was a big fan back in the day, but she's known for lip syncing. Janet Jackson, same thing, love Janet Jackson, but she's known for lip syncing. So why, I guess, is because they do it all the time. People really don't, you know, put it out there as much. But because Beyonce, who's shown that she can sing live all the time, most of the time, if not every performance, and she lip syncs one song, if that, which I'm, like I told you, I don't think she did, but if she wanted to decide to pre-record a vocal for this one particular performance, and you guys are going to go in on her like that, it's just like, whatever. Anyway, like I said, looking forward to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl's in another like 2 weeks. She is performing at the halftime show, she being Beyonce, and I'm looking forward to that. And then somebody made a comment, I don't know, it was Fox News, I was watching something, they was talking about the whole thing, and the guy was like, yeah, you know, it's just unfortunate that Beyonce lip sync, and who's to say she won't lip sync at the Super Bowl? Like, really? Hush up. Like, I'm not even going to entertain that. I got so mad. It was like, really, that's y'all news. Y'all talking about Beyonce is lip sync is the big news. It's bigger and things going on and crazier things going on in the world. Y'all worried about some singer, well-known singer lip syncing? Really? Okay, whatever. Yeah, but like I said, I just want to give my, you know, 2 cents on that. Probably I will be back later on to do a video, if not tomorrow. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and deuces.